Today's headline is about 71 illegal schools that have been shut down in Gauteng over the past 2 financial years. Can you imagine that? 71 schools operating without proper registration, and hundreds of learners caught in the middle of it all. It's a story that's left many parents worried, educators shocked, and authorities under pressure to explain how such a large number of schools could slip through the system for so long. Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is a video and picture news about the situation surrounding these illegal schools and what it means for education in South Africa. Be sure to watch till the end to see the sources and verify this news for yourself. So, here's what's happening. The Gauteng Department of Education recently revealed that over the last 2 financial years, they have shut down 71 unregistered schools across the province. These schools were found to be operating without approval from the department, and in many cases, the conditions were far from safe for learners. Some of them were functioning in private homes, business spaces, and even old warehouses that had been converted into classrooms. The department's investigation began after several complaints from concerned parents who discovered that their children's schools were not on the official list of registered institutions. What shocked many was how organized some of these schools were. They had uniforms, schedules, and even report cards, giving the impression that everything was legitimate. But in reality, they had no accreditation, meaning any certificate issued was completely invalid. Authorities say this is not just about breaking the law, but about putting children's futures at risk. Without proper registration, these schools can't follow the national curriculum or ensure qualified teachers are in place. In some cases, unqualified individuals were found teaching subjects like mathematics and science without any formal training. That's like asking a taxi driver to fly a plane, dangerous and simply not acceptable. The department has been working with law enforcement and municipal officials to track down these illegal operations, but it's a tough battle. Some schools close down only to reopen elsewhere under a different name. It's become a cat-and-mouse game that wastes resources and leaves learners moving from one unstable environment to another. Gauteng Education Mek Matom Chiloen expressed serious concern about the growing number of these unregistered schools. He stated that the department is tightening regulations and has issued warnings to parents to always verify a school's registration before enrolling their children. He also urged the community to report any suspicious institutions they come across. Many parents, especially those from low-income areas, say they are caught between desperation and limited options. Some of these illegal schools are cheaper and closer to their homes, making them the only choice for families who can't afford private schooling or can't find space in public schools. So while the department's action is justified, it also highlights a bigger issue: South Africa's ongoing struggle with overcrowded classrooms and unequal access to quality education. Education experts argue that while shutting down these schools is necessary, the government also needs to address the root cause. When legitimate schools are full, and parents are left with no alternatives, the illegal sector naturally grows. Some suggest introducing more community-based schools that are properly registered but affordable. Meanwhile, learners who are attending these illegal schools are now in limbo. Some are being transferred to nearby registered institutions, while others have had to stay home while officials find solutions. That's a heartbreaking reality for many families, especially those who are unaware that their children's schools were not legal in the first place. Imagine studying for years only to find out your education doesn't count anywhere. It's devastating. The department is now developing an online verification system that will allow parents to check whether a school is registered using just their phone. It's a step forward, but it also depends on how quickly the system can be rolled out and whether parents in rural or informal settlements can easily access it. Community leaders have also raised concerns that some of these schools were taking advantage of foreign nationals who don't always know how to verify registration in South Africa. In such cases, parents trusted anyone who promised their children an education. It's another reminder of how vulnerable people can be when there's a lack of clear information and access to proper schooling. Teachers' unions have welcomed the department's action but say that this should be the beginning, not the end. They believe that consistent monitoring, not just reactive shutdowns, will prevent this problem from growing again. The South African Democratic Teachers Union emphasized that quality education cannot exist without qualified educators, proper infrastructure, and oversight. In the midst of all this, some parents are calling for leniency towards certain schools that were genuinely trying to help the community but lacked the resources to register properly. They argue that with government support, some of these institutions could be turned into legitimate schools. It's a complicated issue because while rules must be followed, compassion and understanding are also needed to solve it for good. The education system in South Africa has faced many challenges over the years, but this situation adds a new layer to the debate about access, quality, and accountability. The big question remains, how do we make sure every child gets a proper education without being exploited by people running fake schools? It's a discussion that needs serious attention, not just from the government but from communities as well. If you think about it, it's quite sad that in 2025 we still have children being taught in unsafe buildings without registered teachers or recognized certificates. It shows that there is still a long road ahead in ensuring every child's right to proper education is protected. Before we wrap up, let's be honest, this whole thing is frustrating but also eye-opening. Maybe the silver lining here is that the authorities are finally cracking down and bringing awareness to an issue that's been ignored for too long. Hopefully, the next few years will bring stronger systems and fewer cases like this. And now, for a light moment, imagine a fake school giving fake homework. At least those kids were practicing for real life, right? Jokes aside, education is no joke, and every child deserves better. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe for more verified South African news updates. Remember to watch till the end next time to check the sources and confirm everything for yourself. All images used are for illustration purposes only. Sources: Gauteng Department of Education, News 24, Sowetan Live, and Eyewitness News.